Hey there, well, welcome back to Manotick StringWorks. So here we are back on the bench with this Epiphone Acoustic that needed the bridge re-glued. I'll take those clamps off, and also we have to figure out what we're going to do with this headstock end here that's been cut off. I've made a little template with my laser. That's a Gibson headstock shape, right? Not quite an Epiphone shape, but the owner, my buddy, wants a Gibson look, so we'll see what we do here. Maybe we graft on a piece and then cut out this shape. Not sure yet. Alright, let's get these clamps off. Well, I'm not anticipating any issues. Loosen these off. I guess this isn't exciting television. So I've had these clamps on for a few days actually. I haven't got back to this guitar. So I'm more than confident that the bridge is stuck in place. Now with these clamps you really do have to back off the stem, if you will, as much as you can to get them out. There we go. So just a bit of a trick here. There we go. To go to one side, it can be like that. There we go. All right. Cowls did their jobs. No marks. Pull these pins out. Yep. You're not stuck in. That's a good thing. I see a little bit of residual glue. I'll drill those out. Well, that looks good. Contact all around. That's glued on there, good and solid. Alright, job done. Okay, so I've put the saddle back in, and the one thing, there's a bit of glue in the holes, in the bridge pin holes, so this is a 5/32 drill bit. And I'm just going to clean those out. One interesting thing about this guitar, although it's an Epiphone, so a Gibson product, it has a 25.5-inch scale length, a Fender product. I think that's pretty darn interesting. So it doesn't have the 24 3/4 like a Gibson would. So, not sure when Epiphone changed it or if they're still like that. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so again, here's one of the issues. My friend wants me to either cut something, add something, I'm not sure. I made this template, which is the Gibson style. And I want to see how that sort of fits on here, so I'm going to have to take off these tuners to start with. And that'll give me some room to work with. Okay, well now we've got all the tuning machines out. Maybe I'll take that truss rod cover off. But actually I get a laugh now. I've already adjusted the neck on this guitar. You know, since the strings are off, I like keeping the neck straight, or maybe with a little bit of an up bow. So what is this? What's under this truss rod cover? Nothing. That's kind of funny. Okay, well it keeps the look, I guess, right? Alright. So this is sort of what I want to do here, is use this template to guide, and I've matched the width of these ears to the same that are existing on here. But I'm a little worried that if I just try and do this and cut that out, we're not going to have a lot left. So think what I'll do is I'm going to put a little bit of tape on here. Let me jack this up a bit here. I'm going to put some tape right across that cut. Okay, so what I want to do here now that we've got the tuners off is I want to take this Gibson headstock shape and I want to match it up here, and these ears are the same width. I made sure this template was the same as this guitar because the Epiphone headstock is a little different than a Gibson one, especially the older Epiphones. So that's what but I want to see how much there is above the Epiphone logo if we do that. So I think what I'll do is I'll put a piece of tape so I can still see the logo. I'll trim it. Again, the camera's in the way here, sorry. It's not always easy with the camera there. Things that should just get done aren't always that way. Alright, here we go. There we go. Okay, so that's going to give me an idea now when I put this on. So I'm going to match up these ears with each other best I can. They're pretty close. Okay, and again, use your fingers, it's better. And then get this centered. Say about there. And now I'm not able to draw on the black lacquered part to see it, but it gives me a good idea. I just want to see how much of that logo. Yeah, we're pretty close. It's going to come close, but that's not horrible, I guess. Okay, well, I've got it to pretty much where I think it's centered. So I'm just going to have to cut away a little bit these corners and then sand to the line. It's going to make a mess. Okay, well, I'm just going to use a razor saw here. That's 24 teeth per inch. And I'm just going to try and cut off these square ends a little bit. And I'll be able to shape it. Some sandpaper and sanding wheels, that kind of thing. Here we go. Tighten this up. Love this vise, by the way. That's one ear done. And I want to go on this side. I have to spin it around. Loosen that up a bit. Here we go. Pretty slick, eh? So I like this vise. Now I'll knock off this other corner. Alright, step one done. Now this wasn't even either, that cut that was made on this guitar, so I'm just going to have to sand this to that line, try and get that shape. Well, I hope you can see that properly. It's starting to come together. That was a very rough sanding, right? Okay, let me break out some finesse tools. I'll be back. Okay, well, what do you think? Sort of looks like a Gibson headstock. Looks better than what it looked like before, I think. Let's take this tape off. I'll have to do some fine hand sanding, of course. Hey, that looks pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Let me get it on the workbench. Okay, well, for a flea market sort of beater acoustic guitar, the bridge has been glued back on where it should be, good and solid, and I've managed to reshape the headstock, and that looks pretty good. That looks about as close to a Gibson as I can get it. Now, I'm not finished sanding, etc., but my buddy might want to do that himself and give this a paint job. But I don't know, what do you think of that? That looks pretty good. So, anyways, looks a lot better than when it came in, that's for sure. Let me know what you think. I always like reading your comments. So, stay tuned for the next video. We'll see what comes into the workshop. Bye for now.